China announced tomorrow that they will no longer be using dollars. The private sector defaults on every one of them. As a result, the current message is that there is a global shortage of money. To get out of this jam, they'll need to generate more cash. As an asset class, cryptocurrencies is currently worth $2.5 trillion. My best guess is that the growth rates of cryptocurrencies will decline sharply going forward based on my analysis of Bitcoin's log regression channel in comparison to the internet. When it reaches $100 trillion, thanks to its straightforwardness and simplicity, Bitcoin's zealous stands apart. Whether you're an expert in the crypto realm or just starting out, we've made sure that everyone can dig in. Guess who's been watching us all along? Robert Kiyosaki, author of the popular autobiography Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Also, we'd like to use this chance to express our gratitude to everyone who has put their faith in us. Every comment is read by us. Plus, there's no cost. You may get all the fresh information for free if you subscribe now, rather from merely following trends. Strive to be the first. Experience the cutting edge by subscribing to Bitcoin Zealot today. Raoul explains his theory of exponential aging in today's video. The reasons behind the resurgence of liquidity in the second half of 2024, the demise of diversification, financial repression, the fourth turning, and the effects of these developments on the markets will be thoroughly examined by Raoul. In years when U.S. elections are taking place, the banana zone typically begins in the summer and can last all the way into September. Contrarily, I believe it has begun at this very moment. I expect the crypto price to bottom out this week and then show signs of strength going ahead. It stands to reason that the banana zone would pick up speed just before the U.S. election, after which it will likely take a brief hiatus as voters become confused about the results. After that, the last few months of the year are absolutely wild. Consequently, I am completely in the zone of bananas. Patience is all that's required. The global debt is excessive. The world was shattered by U.S. in 2008. After reaching 100% of GDP in debt, the banking system collapsed for the majority of governments worldwide. At the time, we put interest rates back to zero and encouraged people to refinance their obligations every 3 to 5 years. There is currently insufficient GDP to pay down both public and private sector debt. From 2008 onwards, it became clear that the main central banks were essentially printing money through liquidity initiatives like quantitative easing. The interest on debts is partly covered by the money that is printed. Now, debasement occurs when money is printed, plus when currency is devalued. By reducing the size of the denominator, asset prices are made to appear to be increasing. So this cycle occurs every 4 years, and in year 3, they start to add liquidity. By the 4th year, they add substantial liquidity. Even in the 5th year of the debt cycle, they continue to add liquidity. Subsequently, they decelerate once again, and the cycle continues to repeat itself. As a result, all assets, but especially those with lengthy durations like crypto and technology, benefit from this 3-year liquidity boost. In light of the current uncertainty in the cryptocurrency market, MicroStrategy chairman Michael Saylor has made a composed statement regarding the precipitous decline in Bitcoin's price. Tweeting 1 BTC to 1 BTC, Saylor reiterated a core belief in Bitcoin's enduring value, capturing the attention of the crypto community. In spite of changes in the market, the price of Bitcoin has dropped below $56,000. And this drop has persisted for 4 days running. According to data compiled by CoinGlass, the crypto market saw one of the largest liquidations of nearly $800 million in bullish crypto bets since April, as Bitcoin continues its downward path. By saying that 1 Bitcoin is equal to 1 Bitcoin, Saylor is driving home the point that Bitcoin's fundamental value is independent of its dollar valuation. The Bitcoin charts are being scored by speculators to determine if the levels that are being attentively monitored technically will be held or dropped. Now that the Bitcoin has fallen below its daily SMA of 257,715, traders are looking to the next major demand zone. It is approximately $47,000. Bitcoin must conclude the day over $61,000 in order for the bull run to start again. This method of adding liquidity is correlated with the Nasdaq by 97.5% across almost all assets. Crypto has a correlation of around 87.5%. Because it keeps experiencing these huge exponential changes, the correlation is low. Looking at it, I came to the realization that yes, we are really becoming poorer at a rate of 8% per annum, which is the rate of world debasement. That is the rise in global liquidity facilitated by the world's leading central banks. Thus, that was the combined asset price hurdle rate and inflation rate. Just for fun, let's pretend That inflation over the world is 4%. So 12%. Before we can even begin to turn a profit, we must first make an investment. If we don't, we won't be able to accumulate enough wealth to support our future selves. As a result of rising asset values in the future, our investment returns are insufficient to compensate for the debasement. This led me to the conclusion that just two assets genuinely beat the global liquidity index when I split all assets by it. Nothing happens to the others. Since technology stocks are currently experiencing a secular bull market, those are the two assets in question. By tomorrow, more of everything will be digital. Crypto, in particular, is experiencing the greatest rate of adoption of any technology in human history. Accordingly, I built my everything code cycle around that. By doing so, we can learn about the dynamics of price changes over time. Knowing what they're refinancing gives us a leg up when it comes to predicting future pricing, provided we can accurately predict these liquidity flows. The framework appears to be working, however, it is likely ridiculously easy. For the time being, I will accept that. As a result of falling below its 200-day simple moving average, Bitcoin's value plummeted to below $55,000. After a bankruptcy procedure that lasted 10 years, Mt. started repaying clients who should get back around $9 billion in Bitcoin. This is when the market started to decline. Market experts anticipate that the German government will liquidate its Bitcoin assets, which might add further pressure to the markets coinciding with the new influx. How severe will the recession be then? So says the academic community. It is difficult to predict the extent to which Bitcoin will decline, according to David Breckel, head of international distribution at FRNT. The downturn may yet be reversible, he says. Staying bullish for the long haul, this most recent surge could entice the sideline dip buyers and potentially set off the next leg of the bull market. In other words, bulls will be alert, according to Breckel. Market concerns that Mt. Gox users will sell their tokens are to blame for the Bitcoin collapse. According to Rachel Lynn, co-founder and CEO of decentralized crypto derivatives exchange, the market might recover, though, if sales are fewer than expected. A key factor influencing the price of Bitcoin this summer, according to Adam Morgan McCarthy, an analyst at the digital financial analytics firm Kaiko, will be its liquidity. During the summer, liquidity levels tend to drop. This is already taking place. Thus, when they're selling, there's less support, and prices might fluctuate more sharply. For the months of July, August, and possibly even into September, I anticipate this to persist. Despite the present difficulties, there is cause to be optimistic, according to Jacob Joseph, a data research analyst at CTA. He mentioned that institutional players are increasingly adopting crypto. The U.S. election and via spot Bitcoin exchange traded funds are two examples of positive catalysts that have led to a surge. Do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Sella. Both Joe Biden, the President of the United States, and Donald Trump, the potential Republican candidate, have shown a warming towards cryptocurrency. Get the day's top stories sent to your inbox at no cost whatsoever. Why you haven't subscribed yet is a mystery to me. Please subscribe for daily updates and hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. On your path to financial independence, keep in mind that information is power. Stay tuned for more investment updates.